Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm the host to Face to Face the Nation. This is Frenchie again. To talk to you guys. Big topic today we're going to talk about is EBT SNAP program. All right, out of one of the biggest states in the United States is the state of Texas. They just put policy up to ban EBT snacks. What is your opinion? Are you for EBT snacks being banned, or are you not for it? Do you think it should be banned in like convenience stores, like meaning people go out and purchase EBT, using EBT for snacks in like convenience stores, 7-Elevens, different convenience stores, or should you think food stamps should be used for grocery stores? What is for the family? What is used for? Particularly, um, what is garnered to help a family, needy families. So going to convenience stores, just expand on this conversation. Let me extrapolate. Going to convenience store is something that's people that can afford it. Everything's more expensive at a convenience store. So going there to buy a Snickers bar, a bag of chips, a soda with your EBT card is available, but is it warranted? Is it good for people to do that? Meaning the price point is higher. You go to the grocery store, everything is almost 30 to 40% higher at the convenience store. If you think about it, at least 20%. I know, guaranteed 20% higher. And if you're on a fixed income and if you're on service emergency needed, why would you go to a convenience store? Why would you not just go use the emergency food stamps for what the purpose of it is to go to a grocery store and supply food through the month for your family till you get leverage up as far as more hours at work or a better job where you don't have to use the food stamps. That's why they got a price point on how much food stamps you get, but depending on how much you make a month, right? No one talks about this, but this is one of the uh, uh, requirements to get food stamps and get the amount you can get from the food stamps is how much you make. So food stamps is an emergency program for the families, for needy families. So we got to recognize that first and foremost. Now, going to stores and doing other the stuff that people that got jobs and people that can afford to do that, that's convenience for them. Um, do you think it should be for people that's on needy programs, or should they go to the larger stores like Safeway on the West Coast, Winko's across the nation, down south? We got different stores down there, Piggly Wiggly's, different grocery stores across the nation. Uh, do you think families should do with the purpose of that instead of going to buy six eggs at a convenience store where they don't promote a lot of large quantity and they charge almost double the price for the convenience? Should they be going there? Should they go into the grocery stores and get an 18 count for their family? Um, these are things we got to ask. And if you notice across the nation, there's a lot of convenience stores. They're not taking EBT no more. Come to find out, there's some tax incentives. There's some reasons behind where they don't get the full amount of money from EBT users. So they decide not to deal with it. I don't know. I don't have a convenience store, but I talked to a couple people at the cruise. Asked them, I said, "Why you don't take EBT? Do you used to take EBT here? Why do you don't take it now?" And they would tell me it's like it's not financially beneficial for us to take it here. They didn't go into detail. So I met one Middle Eastern guy that owned a couple 7-Elevens, and he gave me a little more detail about it. I was like, "Oh, I see." I'm not gonna tell everyone about that. That was my personal experience. You have to figure it out on your own. Go and talk to somebody that you know in your community that might have took EBT and they're no longer taking EBT. Because you think EBT is benefit for so many people in America that's using benefits, EBT benefits. That'd be a non-starter. You know what I mean? Where to get that. But first thing I knew, where several people said, a couple people said, and several more said, it's not beneficial all the way if we had everyone buying everything with EBT. I said, okay, I understand now. You got to go for no further than that. Um, so we're seeing a lot of places losing convenience. Then you got to think about the elderly in the community. Uh, you know, if they take the snacks program away from the EBT because of so many people using it as a convenience instead of doing what it's properly used for, your elderly in your community, your grandmoms, your older aunties, your uncles, that go to the store because they can't make it to the grocery store all the time, and they go to a convenience store to get their necessities. They're not going to get no Snicker bar. You don't see no 70-year-old, 60, 70-year-old woman in there trying to get a Snicker bar. She's going to get them 6 count eggs, you know, and it's going to last her 3 days. So she's going to be there using it for her benefits. You know what I mean? 2 eggs in the morning. You know, we going to get eggs and put in the baller and then throw some salt on them, hard boiled eggs, and just hanging out, smashing through it. But these elderly people, that's a benefit for them. Instead of walking, catching buses and walking over to a grocery store that's 3 miles away, they can go to a store around their neighborhood and get the necessities, a half a gallon of milk that they might need, that'll cover them for the 2 weeks when they get enough energy up to go to the bigger grocery store. So we gotta look at other things why when we're making our evaluation of, well, that should not happen. We should not be getting rid of EBT snacks, banning people from using it for snacks. That's not right. I see that side too. But overall, I look at the concept of food stamps. What the purpose was? It was emergency needy families. The purpose behind that. It's not made for you to go to get convenient snacks and stuff like that. Although you can, um, and it's a choice. But the context of this video is to say, do you agree with them banning EBT used for snacks in convenience stores, or do you think it should not ban it? What is your decision? I gave a couple of examples why I think they should ban it, and I think they should not ban it for the elderly sake, and also I think it should be awareness to the young people. Hey man, respect the bigger picture. But when you're young, you don't really look at the bigger picture. Look at what you can get right now. And so I understand that too. But you got to look at the holistically. It's for the whole family. You got to think about your elderly members of your family. You got to think about the conditions. If they do, the government steps in and say, "Hey, no more of this." How it's going to affect, how it's going to trickle down to the family. So right now, I'm against it, and I'm also for it. But I think we should bring awareness and start thinking about where we spend our money. It's not for young mothers to go and get their little baby a candy bar. Go to the store and get a big box from Winkos or Safeway or somewhere, and get a big box of candy bar. Put it, if you need, you'll need to put a few in your car in a snack pack. But at least be wise enough to understand how it affects the bigger picture. So that's my context on this conversation. What is your opinion? What is your view on it? Leave a comment below. Subscribe and like. Trying to get these contents subscription up. We need to get more people out there. Uh, Look at the views. Check it out. Leave a comment. Wait to hear from you. So I'll see you on the next video. Bow out.